Welcome to Beerstories from Beerstory Brewhouse. This video is a beer battle between St. Bernardus and Westvleteren 12. There are many people that claim that Westvleteren 12 is the best beer in the world, so we're going to take a closer look at that. There are also some people that says that St. Bernardus and Westvleteren 12 is the same beer. So is it the same beer? We're going to find out. If you don't want to miss any videos from Beerstories, please click like and subscribe down the corner. You'll help out the channel and you get the newest videos directly in your YouTube feed. And also find me on Facebook and Instagram. Well, so some people claim Westvleteren is the best beer in the world, and some people claim it's the same beer. I know the answer to that, but we're going to find out in this video. And I'm also going to tell you why I have a Westmalle standing right here, because these beers are all in some kind of weird threesome. They are intertwined on several occasions, but I'll get back to that. Well, first of all, are these beers the same beer? Well, no. You can tell already by the alcohol. St. Bernardus is 10% ABV. Westvleteren is 10.2 ABV. So that's a short way to answer the question. But I'll get back to that, because there might be a logic reason for that, actually, in the way these are intertwined. So, Westvleteren, they started brewing the monks, the Trappist monks from St. Sixtus. They founded Westvleteren in 1831. They made cheese before, and then they started making beer also, and it's just for themselves and to sell in their guest house as well. And they continued to do that up until 1931, and then they wanted to sell to the public as well, and they did that for a few years, but I think they couldn't keep up with the demand or something like that, because St. Bernardus was actually started in 1946 with one purpose in mind: to brew Westvleteren, to commercialize the beer and sell it for the Trappist monks. So St. Bernardus, they brewed Westvleteren from 1946 to 1992. And that's why there are many people that says it's the same beer, with good reason. But here comes the tricky part, and here comes Westmalle in the picture, because the contract with St. Bernardus Brewery, it ended in 1992, and because of the law was changed regarding to when you can call a beer a Trappist beer, it changed, so they had to bring back the production to Westvleteren Monastery, to the St. Sixtus Monastery in Westvleteren. So they had to build a new brewery there, and they had help from a monk from Westmalle, and he helped them tweak the recipe and set up the whole brewery to match the quality and the taste and everything of the Westvleteren. And they actually ended up using the Westmalle yeast. St. Bernardus hasn't changed since probably when they started brewing it. And since it was a Westvleteren brewery to start off with, they are probably using the original Westvleteren yeast for the St. Bernardus. And for the Westvleteren, they're using the Westmalle yeast. And that's why I know it's not the same beer. And when you think about this a little, this could actually explain why there's a difference in alcohol. If it is in fact the same recipe, then we know it's a different yeast, and that could mean something for the attenuation, and maybe why the St. Bernardus is only 10.0 ABV, and Westvleteren is 10.2 ABV. So that could be an explanation. We don't know that for sure, but we know for a fact that we don't know for a fact, but we know this is Westmalle yeast. We know this was brewed at St. Bernardus. We know they haven't changed anything. So why shouldn't this be the original Westvleteren yeast? Yeah, think about that. But, so it's not the same beer. Which one is the better beer? And is Westvleteren the best beer in the world? Well, if you go on Rate Beer, you can see that St. Bernardus has 4.24 out of 5 points. Westvleteren has got 4.43 out of 5. So they're pretty close. But this one has been on top of Rate Beer for many, many years, and is still in top 3 over the 50, over all beer that hasn't, they're still in production. It's number 3, and I think it's number 4 of all time. So that's pretty amazing, and it just says something about the quality that these monks can brew with. Well, a Trappist beer is not actually brewed, well, not everywhere. It's not brewed by monks, but Westvleteren is probably one of the breweries, Trappist breweries, where the monks has the most influence on the product and are most involved in the product. It's also the Trappist beer with the lowest production. They only produce about 6,000 hectoliters per year. And until recently, you can only get the beer at the monastery and the guest house. You could buy it there and bring home, but now they are exporting. I can buy this in Denmark. It costs a lot of money, but I can buy this in Denmark. This is a larger production. I can get this, pretty much everywhere. All good bottle shops in Denmark probably has this one. This one is harder to find, but you can find it. And that also keeps up the hype because it's a rare beer. It's not rare, but it's rare. If I want one tomorrow, I can't go out and just find one. So it's a rare beer, and that kind of builds up the hype as well. But in my eyes, it can't be a hype if it's been up there for since 1931 or something like that. It's not a hype anymore. It's a good beer, and it really is a good beer. So it's not the same beer. Westvleteren rates a little bit higher on the Rate Beer, but but what do I think? Which one is the better beer? Oh, it's just, that smells so good. Roasted caramel, raisins, a little booze, sweet booze, sherry-like. It's just amazing. It is. It's amazing. Okay, this one has the same characters, but it's definitely more fruity. Kind of a plum. Banana? Yeah, brown banana. And then also, I can't really smell the booze here. A little bit, maybe. Yeah, a little bit sherry note. And also that roasted caramel. Yeah, also it's also amazing. It really is. But right there, that tells me, well, this yeast, that ripe banana, that brown banana flavor or aroma, that's the yeast. So it's definitely not the same yeast. Oh, it's an amazing beer. It really is. Yeah. I still get the fruit. I get the caramel. I get the sherry notes. I get the plum, the syrup, molasses. Yeah. And I can't really get. I don't get an alcohol burn or boozy. It's not there. It's kind of fresh. It's a fantastic beer. I still get, the same notes that I got in the aroma. I got the raisin. I got the caramel. I got the sherry notes. It's not burning or anything. It's just a warm blanket, warm silk going through my mouth. It has just a hint of some herbal, but it's not spicy. It's not spicy, but of course it's sweet. This is also sweet. It's definitely not the same beer. They're close. They're familiar. I can see the whole threesome going on here. I can taste it. I think this is higher carbonated. Yeah, the big difference here is St. Bernardus is more fruity. Definitely more fruity. It has this brown banana, ripe banana flavor to it. And that's the biggest difference, I think. In terms of color, I would say it's the same. Yeah, it is. The head retention is better on the Westvleteren, but I think it's higher carbonated. So that might explain it. The bubbles just coming up and keeping the head retention going. Okay, so if I should pick one, I would pick Westvleteren, but it'd be close. Normally on Untapped, I give this 5. I would do that again. I think it's an amazing beer. St. Bernardus, I would give, if I had to, I would give it slightly lower. I think if I didn't compare those two, if I just had one of these, I'd probably rate it 5 also. But now, knowing, just tasting them side by side, I would say, 4.75 for the St. Bernardus. Just great beers. Yeah. A little fun fact, in 1850, some monks, they probably left St. Sixtus or Westvleteren and actually started a small brewery that you might know called Chimay. So all the big Abbey ales, Abbey beers, Trappist beers, there's some kind of intertwined, all of them. And it is amazing how they can produce so great beers in such a huge quantity. It still amazes me. This is definitely the smallest Trappist brewery, probably one of the smallest Abbey breweries in Belgium. St. Bernardus is way bigger, but they can still just hold a quality that, yeah, I find it's just amazing. It's just amazing. It really is. So I think I got everything now. Well, St. Bernardus, they started actually brewing in cool ships, open fermenters. And then when they stopped using cool ships, they just had open fermenters. But now, since 1992, when they started brewing at Westvleteren again, I think I read they had 6 new breweries, but they still only produce 6,000 hectoliters per year. But now it's in a fully automated brewery, very modern, and so is this, by the way. But yeah, but the monks are deeply involved in the brewing process. I think they have a head brewer there who is really, really good. I think I read they also had a yeast lab or a beer lab actually, but it's it's a fantastic beer and it's a fantastic story. The nostalgia behind this beer is just amazing, I think, behind all the Trappist beers, but especially this one. So I hold this very dear to my heart, and maybe that's why I rate it higher than this one. Maybe. No, it's not. I like this better. The banana, I like the banana, but I think when I drink one of these, I would get a little tired of it. I could drink several of these Westvleteren in a row. So yeah. A little fun fact to end the video. Every 10,000 bottle, the monk he gives a wink with his left eye. So if you get a St. Bernardus Abt 12 with a monk that winks, you know it's 1 out of 10,000 bottles. That's a fun fact. Yeah, write it down in the comments if you ever seen one in real life. I haven't. But that was all for this video. I hope you found it entertaining. I think this history is just awesome. That they brewed this one, they probably still have this one's yeast. This one has this one's yeast, and yeah, it's just, I think it's awesome. So if you stick around to the end, there'll be 2 videos up here that YouTube wants you to see. I'll be really happy if you click like and subscribe down here. You get the newest videos in the YouTube feed and you won't miss any of my videos. And also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any questions, write to me down in the comments or write to me through Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. You can also find me on my web page, beerstories.dk. So yeah, have a happy beer out there.